Hello from the Swedish town of Falun for our ski jumping competition. We're 200 kilometers from the capital of Stockholm. Well, let's hope the skiers won't jump that far. I have Colin.
I would have liked to start myself, but it wasn't meant to.
Next round in the Amateurs World Cup. What do you think, Colin? Can he win the competition?
Yes, if he does another of those outstanding performances, there's virtually no one to beat him. He's in excellent shape, and of course, he's self-confident enough in his own performance. I'm sure we'll hear from him when it comes to the title fight.
Let's have a look at the replay. The light snow won't harm the skiers, and we're happy about the fantastic atmosphere.
Oh yeah, there's nothing there. The athletes won't even notice those few snowflakes.
Yeah. Great landing. His many fans out there on the screens will be rejoicing.
Yeah, absolutely, Mark. Yeah. That looked really good. Excellent landing. You know, putting the skis parallel is an art in itself, and he managed it perfectly.
Thanks to technology, we can look at the replay and be clear about things. So, this is an overview of the final ranking, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an exciting competition today, and that's how we like it. We'll see you next time. It's goodbye from Mark Rafferty.
And from me, Colin Phillips. Thanks and goodbye.
Bye. Direction. I've got no sound yet. We're on the northern faith, Mount Antola, where no fewer than 5 ski jumps make our skiing heart race.
At least I can support my home country in this way.
On we go with the amateurs who are competing for the World Cup today. Oh, too late! He simply went over the right point for takeoff.
Yes, Mark, that's right. All the power he put into his takeoff is worthless now.
Let's take the time to look at the replay. I think we've seen some nice, and what's more, long jumps. Recently, he seems to be so tense. He's simply unable to keep cool enough to turn in top performances. Maybe he thought he could simply pull good distances out of the hat, but it didn't work out.
It didn't work out this time.
There's no improving on that, eh? Timing, explosivity, everything was 100% perfect. That's a pretty good score for him. I think I would have judged this fight similarly. He didn't make any mistakes, and that's what the judges thought as well.
Yeah, I think they did it right there.
Let's have another look at the replay. Maybe we overlooked some details.
It could be.
Well, 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 he gave us a lot of pleasure this season. Great performances. And when you look carefully, he was among the top skiers in every competition. Let's see if he can further improve today. I'll be happy for him.
Well, me too. He's a competitor, but I'll still be happy for him.
You talked about the jump as a filigree system. What role does the material play?
Well, naturally, it's absolutely crucial. For example, if your angle of attack isn't perfect, or even the wax mixture, that can spoil your whole season.
What a weak takeoff without any power. As if he had completely missed the point for the extension of his body. There's no way to make a good distance with such a takeoff, is there, Colin?
No, you're right there, Mark, but things like that can happen from time to time. Next time we'll do better, I'm sure.
Here's the final ranking for you, ladies and gentlemen. After a thrilling competition, next time all skiers have the chance to go for gold. Until then, I say cheerio and adios to my co-commentator, Colin Phillips.
Well, thanks very much there, Mark. It was a pleasure being here, really. I've had great fun. Maybe not quite as much as being one of the jumpers myself, but maybe next time. See you soon. Bye now. Take care, everyone.
Goodbye. Today it's about the treasure at Silver Lake, so to speak. That's here in Villach. Today I have Colin Phillips at my side, who will give us first-hand information about ski jumping. Hi there, Colin.
Hello, Mark. It's a great pleasure to me, my friends. Thank you very much for the invitation.
Let's look forward to another round in the Amateurs World Cup.
Oh, yes, I am.
So this is the result of the qualification round. Let's see who's among the top 50, so we can tell who will start again today. Because for the skiers on rank 51 and lower, it's the end of the competition. You could use his approach in a video to teach the youngsters perfect posture, thus minimal air resistance, and it looks very fast. The replay will show us now how on earth he was able to come up with such magic.
Yeah.
The field of skiers is on the decrease. Can I risk another little pun?
No, no, and no again?
You may have a humorous and funny bone, but what about a sense of humor?
Oh my God, any more of that, I'm out of here. I've had it.
The judges have made their decision. And he gets a pretty good score. That's a fair judgment. Now we get the chance to analyze all the jumps. These are the results of today's competition, ladies and gentlemen. The three winners of the day, cheered by the crowd. Next time, things can turn out quite differently. We hope you'll be with us again. Mark Rafferty
And Colin Phillips.
take their leave of you.
Au revoir, goodbye, and auf Wiedersehen.
Goodbye. Today we welcome you from a town on a beautiful lake, the Calavese, with its countless islands. Hello from Kuopio. Today I have expert help by my side, the famous ski jumper Colin Phillips from England.
Next time I'll be competing again, that's for sure.
We all hope that. Have you been satisfied with the amateurs so far, Colin?
Oh, definitely. We've seen some amazing performances up to now, Mark.
Great approach run, don't you think, Colin?
Yes, it couldn't be better. He's standing perfectly on his skis. If there were style points given for the approach run, he'd get maximum score here, Mark.
Yeah, but he also had some luck with the wax mixture. He chose the right pot for these snow conditions.
And he's going down fast.
I suppose we can have a look at the replay. Ah, there it is. Nothing's working for him this season. Do you understand why, Colin? So, this is the result of the first... The wind is almost perfect, isn't it, Colin?
Well, yes, that slight upwind might help gain some meters. Couple of meters, maybe.
Now that's how it's supposed to look.
Yep.
Calm posture, no fidgeting, no arm movement, and his chest bent far over his skis. No problem with his skis either. The wax is superb. His speed at takeoff will be amazing.
Well, it should be.
I think this is worth having a second look.
Yes, Mark, I think that a closer analysis is always worthwhile.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the final results for your information. I'd be glad to have you with us again next time. And many thanks to my co-commentator, Colin Phillips.
Oh, thanks to you too, Mark. Thanks for having me. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.
See you next time. Konnichiwa from Hakuba, Japan. I have a special guest today, Colin Phillips. Would you mind me saying that it's a stroke of luck, in a certain way, that you're not participating in the competition today?
No, I take it as a compliment. It's a very different experience watching the others jump for once. Maybe I'll take...
Another World Cup competition for the amateurs. Have you ever considered a career in another discipline?
Yeah, I really did.
Which one?
Curling.
You're kidding.
No, always going up those towers is tiring. I sometimes wish I could stand on firm ground during the competition.
Yeah, I got it. You're really kidding. Well, he certainly isn't a talent like Janne Ahonen or Jakub Janda yet, but he turned in a solid performance. That's good ski jumping, don't you think?
Yes, Mark, and the judges think so too by the look of it. So with the distance he achieved, he gets an okay result.
Yeah.
That's a good motivation for the upcoming events.
Wow, that was an exciting competition today, don't you think, Colin? I hope that nobody will be blown away today.
It's not easy to start under these conditions, that's for sure.
It's not that easy to find the right wax mixture today, but he got the optimum. There you can see what difference it makes in terms of speed.
But only if the posture is right.
But it does, 100%. Let's have a closer look at this jump in the replay.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see that.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the overall ranking after this fascinating competition.
Yes.
The winners' fans are cheering, but the skiers on the second and third place can be satisfied too with their performance today, I think.
Me too.
And thanks to all the others who made today such an enjoyable day. So we'll see you next time. Mark Rafferty and the British ski jumping star Colin Phillips say goodbye to you now.
Ah, well, next time I'd prefer to be up there on the ski jump myself,
Yes.
Mark.
Looking forward to it.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Zakopane is also called the winter capital of Poland, not least because of its ski jumping events. Colin Phillips, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the big names in British ski jumping. It's
Seeing all that bustle around, I'd really like to go up there and jump.
The amateur league will witness the big decision today. Who's good enough to go one step further in his career? Who's good enough for a professional career?
Well, you know, it's remarkable the pressure these young athletes have to face nowadays. It was different in my time.
An okay jump, let's put it like that. He certainly won't rejoice about the distance, I'm pretty sure of that. Now we get the chance to analyze all the jumps. In the last few minutes, the wind has risen. Might be dangerous for the skiers.
Yeah, you're right there, Mark. Not everyone is used to that.
With this performance, he stays within the bounds of his possibilities. I suppose he's satisfied with it.
Oh, yes, and rightly so. It can still be enhanced, but he can certainly live with it.
I think this is worth having a second look.
Yes, Mark, I think that a closer analysis is always worthwhile.
Here's the final ranking for you, ladies and gentlemen. After a thrilling competition, next time all skiers have the chance to go for gold. Until then, I say cheerio and adios to my co-commentator, Colin Phillips.
Well, thanks very much there, Mark. It was a pleasure being here, really. I've had great fun. Maybe not quite as much as being one of the jumpers myself, but maybe next time. See you soon. Bye now. Take care, everyone.
Goodbye. We've journeyed far into the north for you. Today, we're in Trondheim, Norway. I'm sure that not only fans of the British team will be happy to hear that my co-commentator today is Colin Phillips.
I'm happy to be here too. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
First competition day in the Amateurs Nations Cup. The youngsters are there and ready to prove what they're worth. Some of them will certainly be in the international arena soon, making their challenge. second, I was afraid he would flunk the takeoff, but he did it quite well. He manages to end his flight, but not without a slight mistake.
Yes, it's always a bit of bad luck if you can't do a proper landing and have to correct yourself that way to avoid a fall. That is a real nuisance.
Let's have a closer look at this jump in the replay.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Huh?
Yeah. A ramp. The V-style technique was introduced at the end of the 80s by the Swedish skier Jan Bokalo. Soon the entire world elite adopted it.
Good ideas catch on fast.
Yeah, at first he had a lot of points deducted at every jump because of his incorrect posture. He landed like a clumsy albatross.
Albatross!
If he had made a safer landing, the score would have been much better.
Well, he can't expect much applause for that performance, unless he was trying to impress the other albatrosses.
In a few seconds, this skier from Japan will start. That looks as if he had never done anything else in his life than taking off. Great timing. His skis take off precisely at the right point, and he's got the right degree of explosivity. The slight breeze from behind shouldn't put anyone off.
No, if you want to be a pro, you have to cope with it. Otherwise, you're in the wrong place.
That's easier said than done. Yes, that's how a landing should look like. There wasn't much wrong with it, was it, Colin?
No, you can be satisfied with that one. The skis were parallel. He didn't dig into the snow. That was good.
What's going on down there? I can't see anything.
Listen, I'll go and have a look. You won't believe me.
What's up?
A cow wandered onto the ice skating rink.
That's unbelievable. Is it true?
Yeah.
In the Norwegian town of Trondheim, not only the World Cup stops over regularly, but there are also competitions for youngsters. And in 1997, the Nordic Skiing World Championships were held here.
Yeah, I remember those. It was great.
Colin, what do you say about this landing?
Great. Absolutely great. There's not much he can improve on. That was really very good. He put down the skis at the right moment. And what's more important still, Mark, he did an impeccable turn-up landing. The judges will appreciate that, I'm sure.
Let's have another look at the replay. Maybe we overlooked some details.
It could be.
Until recently, the season's gone pretty well for him. But now there's something bugging him.
Bugging him?
Yeah, I don't know. Something's not right. He's deteriorating. And if he doesn't change his performance, he'll slip down to midfield.
Yeah, of course.
Today, he's consolidated his performance with another good jump.
Excellent.
Tell us your recipe for success, Colin.
Well, if you ask me, a jump is an extraordinary filigree system. The slightest imprecision, and you're out. So the thing is to avoid any mistakes.
Okay, and how do you do that?
Well, first, it has to become automatic. That means practice, practice, practice. Secondly, you need concentration. That means mental strength. That's the crucial point, in fact.
He's one of the outstanding jumpers this season, and he's rightly at the top. His form peaks at the right moment. Many of his colleagues could still learn from him. He's a pro, absolutely concentrated in training and competition. He'll win in time. Well, you can be sure that he'll go to bed happy tonight. He made the most of his capabilities today. That was a decent performance, and a good result for him. These are the results of today's competition, ladies and gentlemen. The 3 winners of the day, cheered by the crowd. Next time, things can turn out quite differently. We hope you'll be with us again. Mark Rafferty
And Colin Phillips.
take their leave of you.
Au revoir, goodbye, and auf Wiedersehen.
Goodbye. We're about 60 kilometers to the northwest of the Norwegian capital Oslo, in Vikersund. I have a special guest today, Colin Phillips. Would you mind me saying that it's a stroke of luck?
I would have liked to start myself, but it wasn't meant to be.
Another ski jump event of the Amateurs Nations Cup is on today's program. The Cup for all those who long to become pros in the near future. Not like that! The takeoff was powerful, but too late! This makes him lose the height he needs for a long distance. Let's have a look at the replay. What do you think, Colin? Can he win the competition?
Yes, if he does another of those outstanding performances, there's virtually no one to beat him. He's in excellent shape, and of course, he's self-confident enough in his own performance. I'm sure we'll hear from him when it comes to the title fight.
Now that was a jump that matched his actual potential. He's simply not good enough yet to perform better and to make long distances. Thanks to technology, we can look at the replay and be clear about things. For all those who are not yet experts in ski jumping, I'd like to explain the point about hill size again. In the early days, the ski jumps were giving a so-called K point, which means critical or calculation point. But as this point doesn't tell much about the actual size of the ski jump, the term hill size was introduced in 2004. But the distance points are still calculated in comparison to the K point.
Wow, I could listen to you for hours, Mark.
Thank you, Colin.
You're welcome.
The ski flying jump of Vikersund was often lucky for the German skiers. At the Ski World Championships in 1990, it was Dieter Thomas who won the competition. In 2000, it was Sven Hannawalder. But both have already given up their career. In 1977, by the way, it was the Swiss Walter Steiner who left as a permanent trainer.
So, looks like it's going to be my turn at the next World Championship in Vikersund in 2010.
It is not quite Thomas Morgenstern up there, waiting for the green light. However, it is one of the best skiers in the Austrian camp. He ends his jump with an okay landing. I can't see any reason for a big point deduction. That was neat, wasn't it, Colin?
Yes, it wasn't outstanding, but I'm always relieved when I land safely.
What's wrong with the Russians? They once were very successful, but now...
Well, after the decline of the USSR, many ski jumps went to rack and ruin. There was no money, and more often than not, there was no will to keep on with the sport. Yeah, I think so too. But we're in a small ski jumping community. I'm happy about every rival who ends his career.
You can see an upward trend in his performance, and I don't think there's one rival who still underestimates him.
You're right, Mark. But he hasn't beaten me yet.
Nope. Let's take the time to look at the replay. He wanted to be perched at the very top, but a few good performances simply won't do. Recently, nothing is working in his favor. He really needs a turning point today. The hard-working training paid off. His posture is perfect, and the skis are fast as hell. I suppose he wasn't even aware of what kind of movements he was making up on the off-light. For the judges, this is a real reason to deduct points from the style score. The result is as expected. The upwind might give wings to the skiers today. I can assure you that we'll see some good distances, and I wouldn't be surprised if the record was beaten. Colin, have you ever seen a takeoff as perfect as this one?
Rarely. Very rarely. But I have to say, he did a great job, huh?
Colin, look at this score. Is that okay?
Oh, yes, Mark. He jumped well with a good posture and landing. So he got good points. The few points deducted, well, they're understandable, really.
Ski flying. That's what Vikersund is famous for. The Ski Flying World Championships were held here in 1977, 1990 and 2000. But there's also a normal hill for ski jumping with a cape of 90 meters.
But the skiers have achieved longer distances, Mark. Remember that the Norwegian Lars Bustor set the hill record in 2001 with a distance of 110 meters.
Yeah, that's right, Colin. What a memory you've got.
It's almost as good as your history knowledge.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the final results for your information. I'd be glad to have you with us again next time. And many thanks to my co-commentator, Colin Phillips.
Oh, thanks to you too, Mark. Thanks for having me. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.
See you next time. Today we start in Oberstdorf in the Allgäu, a place that's associated with ski jumping more than any other in the world. I have Colin Phillips with me, an institution in British ski jumping, if I may say so.
Well, let's not exaggerate. Seeing all that bustle around.
The amateurs start today for another competition in the Nations Cup. The last Slovene World Cup winner was Primoz Peterka at the end of the 90s. So it's high time as Slovene makes it to the top again, isn't it?
Yeah, this one might make it, Mark. Let's hope he's got the right wax mixture.
His hard work has paid off. The good posture in flight and landing is awarded a good score by the judges. Very nice.
Lovely.
The replay will show us now how on earth he was able to come up with such magic.
Yeah.
Well, you can't complain about the weather today.
No, the weather conditions are perfect.
Yes, that was good. He found the right point for takeoff and did it properly. All that's required for a long flight. Colin, do you have any idea how he can get into the top group next time?
Yes, he absolutely needs to improve his posture, there's no doubt about that. He can only fly far if his body offers enough surface for the air to carry him. But that wasn't the case.
I always find it odd that today's ski jumping heroes are here today but gone tomorrow, fallen into oblivion.
Literally.
Seriously, what do you think is the reason for this?
Well, as I said, ski jumping is a question of psychology above all. And it's even metaphysical sometimes. There's probably no other sport where your inner self is as important as in ski jumping.
After the competition, it's me who must fly. I have a date.
Oh, give me a break. You never stop those puns, do you?
No way, that wasn't a jump. It was more a hop. Bad distance. That's the end of the competition for him today.
Yeah, it's all over for him.
He's one of the outstanding jumpers this season, and he's rightly at the top. His form peaks at the right moment. Many of his colleagues could still learn from him. He's a pro, absolutely concentrated in training and competition. He'll win it. That was a really good one. What do you think, Colin?
Yes, I'm impressed by the lad's performance today.
I suppose we can have a look at the replay. Ah, there it is. Until recently, the season's gone pretty well for him. But now there's something bugging him.
Bugging him?
Yeah, I don't know. Something's not right. He's deteriorating. And if he doesn't change his performance, he'll slip down to midfield.
Well, yes.
The style score for the flight must be good, if you want to get a good overall result. But for him, it didn't work out today. There's a slight tailwind that might rattle the skiers a little bit. But it could be much worse.
Yeah, I've seen it worse.
It might have gone worse for him. He can and must be satisfied with the distance. That's his average performance, and he consolidated it today. If we don't see any good jumps today, it won't be because of the weather. But of course, we expect the skiers to turn in some good performances.
Oh, well, I'll be expecting them to.
That's all the distance he's capable of today. So he has to be satisfied with it.
What else could he do?
So this is an overview of the final ranking, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an exciting competition today, and that's how we like it. We'll see you next time. It's goodbye from Mark Rafferty.
And from me, Colin Phillips, thanks and goodbye.
Bye. Are we on air? No? Today we welcome you to a ski. Today I have
It's a very different experience watching the out.
Tomorrow's pros line up for the last competition day of the Amateurs Nations Cup.
Oh, that brings back memories, Mark. I remember exactly how it felt when I was up there, as if it were yesterday.
Everything went great for him until the takeoff. He really flunked it. He had a good speed, but somehow something went wrong.
Well, maybe it was a material fault. Oh, his goggles were steamed up.
At least that would have been a good excuse, Colin.
You're right, then, Mark.
Let's have a closer look at this jump in the replay.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see that.
Yeah. A rank among the top 20? Let's be honest. That guy isn't yet ready for that.
No.
He's one for the future, that's for sure, but his present collapse could be predicted, couldn't it, Colin?
Well, I think so, but I suppose he knows that in his heart of hearts, too.
Well, that's a score he can be satisfied with today. The judges didn't evaluate his performance too highly, but not too badly either.
No, that's fair enough.
I think it's okay. The skiers are confronted with a very strong crosswind today. The question is, who can cope best with these difficult conditions?
Well, we'll soon find out.
I almost feel sorry for him. Don't you, Colin?
Well, he certainly knows himself that he gave a very bad performance today, and a bad score goes with it, of course, so he has to swallow the bitter pill, I'm afraid.
He's the winning type. He's rightly at the top of the ranking. While others are unsettled by bad conditions such as lack of wind or poor visibility, he just goes for it and makes incredible distances. There's no continuity in his jumping, no building on his last jump.
Perhaps he was too busy celebrating it, right?
Yeah. If the ski jumps were really roofed over, as certain experts are proposing, competitions would no longer be cancelled because of bad weather conditions.
Yeah, but on the other hand, it would be an enormous investment for the operators. And I think it would be harmful to the atmosphere. Make my approach run in a tunnel? No, thank you.
Either you're too early or too late. The timing at takeoff is really tricky. That's what we could observe in this jump.
Well, if he can improve his takeoff, he will make an excellent jumper. Everything else was impeccable, though.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was great.
He wanted to be perched at the very top. But a few good performances simply won't do. Recently, nothing is working in his favor. He really needs a turning point today. Look at this! A very nice takeoff. Maybe he didn't exactly find the best point, but this is worthy of a good distance.
Yes, absolutely. That's for sure.
An English tabloid spread the news that you're afraid of flying.
Who said that? No, that's a fairy tale. That's a malicious allegation, actually.
So it's not true?
No, well, the thing is, when I was a kid, I was afraid of heights. So my father took me to a ski jump and he said, if you jump down there, you'll never have to be afraid of anything.
And that was the beginning of your career.
That's right.
The first ski jump in Bad Mittendorf was built almost 100 years ago. At the time, the distances were about 30 meters.
Now, they were different days, but modern techniques have opened up new possibilities, man.
The good flight is only of use to him if the judges appreciate it too, and that's what they do. A good performance, justly judged.
Okay, I fully agree with that, Mark.
Let's have a look at the overall ranking after this fascinating competition.
Yes.
The winners' fans are cheering, but the skiers on the second and third place can be satisfied too with their performance today, I think.
Me too.
And thanks to all the others who made today such an enjoyable day. So, see you next time. Mark Rafferty and the British ski jumping star Colin Phillips say goodbye to you now.
Ah, well, next time I'd prefer to be up there on the ski jump myself,
Yes.
Mark.
Looking forward to it.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.